want to talk about a few practices that I've been working with daily that I've found enable me to live from a sense of connection to now. The first of these practices is nasal breathing. I'm going to talk about this from an experiential perspective, not a scientific perspective. Breathing through the nose, because of the slight restriction in the amount of air you can take in and breathe out, makes you more aware of the breathing process, the flow of the breath. Through the awareness of the sensation of inhale and exhale, you notice more about how you're breathing, where you're breathing from. Your breaths tend to be longer, and so you have more time to feel into the subtleties. And you become more aware of your level of excitement or arousal. Are you energized? Is your heart beating quickly? Are you hungry for air? Or are you feeling calm, breathing smoothly? I think because of the hairs in the nose too, you can feel quite a lot. And it's also meant to be a filter, the nose. So there's something about this that feels healthy. It feels like I'm breathing through my face, my whole face, rather than just through here. The second practice that I've been working with is walking barefoot. Now, walking barefoot is similar in that it brings me into intimacy with the feeling around me, specifically of the earth and of my feet. What's the texture of the ground? What's the temperature of the ground? How do I need to walk to move comfortably, to move efficiently, smoothly, to feel light? There's so much more feedback that the environment teaches me not only how to move, but how to pay attention. Because the stakes are a little bit higher. Stepping on a pebble, that could be a big deal. But there's also a great degree of satisfaction in navigating the world and interacting with feelings through the skin directly. And so I love that as a grounding practice, grounding in sensation, grounding in the present. The third is cold swims in the morning. Now, I'd recommend this one if you have access to nature, but a cold shower might do as well. So I've been starting early, been waking up around sunrise or just after and heading down to the water. And the act of seeing the sunrise, rising with the sun, is a big part of this for me, but also the feeling of immediately getting into my body to start the day. Now, I know I'm obviously already in my body, but physical sensation as an anchor is the theme here. So the intensity of feeling the cold on my skin, coupled with my awareness of breath and breathing through the nose, coupled with the awareness of my body tensing or relaxing and feeling into what I'm touching, really anchors me. Makes it easy for me to be in the body. And when it's easy and rewarding because you see the sunrise, you're feeling something, you get the endorphin rush because of the discomfort, it enables you to feel into that same kind of presence throughout the day, because you've started with such an obvious feeling of being in your body, in the here and now, that you can come back to that more easily. You've got a reference point. Whereas when I don't start the day with these practices, being as I am, resting into presence, feels more like an abstract idea. and not like such a clear feeling, a familiar feeling. So all of these practices are wonderful because they reflect your state back at you. They connect you in some way to feeling the world. And in that process of feeling the world, feeling outward, and having that reflect your inner state, the boundary between here and there, self and other, or the inner and outer, blurs and they start to swirl into one. And you can have this experience of being at one with what you're feeling, and at the same time find the common layer which is always there across all these experiences that are felt in the body. And that common layer is that there is awareness and there is content, and you can play with this relationship between your awareness and the content of it, which could be the sensation or the world. And so having this relationship become more familiar and become more dynamic and conscious between this and that, and having that become one thing, is really satisfying. It's really fulfilling. It's stimulating. You can also use it to relax and ground yourself. It becomes a practice which is rich and felt, that you can carry with you through the rest of your day, through the rest of your life, that you can keep coming back to. And you have all these reference points, none of which are really outside of you. Because these practices that are the reference points are things that you can do almost no matter where you are on some level. So there you go. 3 things that I've found really fulfilling, anchoring, presence-inducing, if that makes sense. All including the sense and feeling into the body, and things which hopefully you can try. A little bit of breathing through the nose, a little bit of walking barefoot, a little bit of immersion in cold, and take it as far as you like. But definitely start, because it's worth it. Catch you later, guys.